They may consult, but they're not listening.
I think public consultation is key in any development, major development in the city.
I can't understand why someone would opt out of this option. He's responsible to the constituents and to Ottawans, and to absolutely neglect to find out what it is that they want, those people that have voted him in and that he's supposed to be representing, it just doesn't make sense.
I think it's pretty terrible, and if you're a politician, you have to be accountable to your constituents, and that's not what the mayor is doing, and I think that's definitely a bit of an issue.
I think there needs to be public consultation on development, whether it's taking place within a city or even with regard to even broader issues than that. So the fact that something that specific, something that's going to have an impact on our city directly as a facility like that, I don't see why there ought not to be a very broad and open and transparent discussion so that citizens can decide on the basis of good information whether or not it's a good idea. And I don't see any reason at all why our elected politicians wouldn't think that we should have that. We should have the ability to do that.
I think Jim Watson's decision to forego public consultation on this casino issue, without actually asking his constituents, that is to say the citizens of Ottawa, he's actually ignoring due democratic process. I think Jim Watson needs to remember that he's using public funds for this, and as such, the public needs to be consulted.
I think it is pretty weird that Jim Watson hasn't really been having like a public consultation around this. I feel that would be the common sense thing to do.
1 week of public consultation obviously is not enough in my view. I mean, I understand that in other cities, in Toronto, for example, they took a much longer period of public consultation. Why this was very quickly run through council and voted on without the public being involved is a bit of a mystery. It sounds as if perhaps the mayor did not want public consultation at all. I mean, this to me is part of the process. These are our elected officials. The public should be consulted. Consultation is an important part of the democratic process. So I think this whole process is very flawed in the way that it's been rushed through. And I understand that the decision has already been made, but this should not prevent public consultation at this stage, and it should happen, really.